Most traders add the VWAP and never change the settings. That is a mistake. Here are the best VWAP settings in TradingView. So now I want to take a look at the most important settings and what settings you can choose in different situations. So the first setting that is super important to learn about is the anchor period. And this is where you can change from where the VWAP resets. So you can, for example, start the VWAP every session, which is usually every day. You can start it every week or every month. And here, the standard setting for the VWAP is to start it at the beginning of every day. And this can be a very useful tool, especially for day traders. But if you are a swing trader, so you might trade, 1 hour, 4 hour, or even, daily candles, then this type of anchoring doesn't really work. For swing traders, you might want to, anchor the VWAP on a monthly basis, or you might even want to anchor it on key moments like earnings reports and so on and so on. So the first setting here is the anchor period, and don't worry, we are soon going to jump into TradingView and I will show you guys how to do this. The other setting that every single VWAP user needs to know about is the bands multiplier. So as you guys probably know by now, the VWAP is a single line, but it has bands around the VWAP. So for example, right here on this image, you can see that we have the blue line is the main VWAP, and then we have bands here above and below the VWAP. And being able to change the settings to the correct amount of bands can be super important depending on what trading strategy you use. For example, the first band number 1 here, tends to catch frequent pullbacks. So if you're trading pullbacks in an uptrend, this might be the perfect setting for you. But if we have the third band here, it flags only the most extreme moments in the market. So by using the band number 3, you can, for example, catch the absolute highs and absolute lows of a move, and that can be an excellent entry point. Another setting here is what is known as a rolling VWAP, and this is a VWAP that sort of never resets. So it works on a daily, and it also works on a weekly chart. So you can use it on the very long-term time frame. So this right here is an example of a rolling VWAP. And last but definitely not least, we can change the source of the VWAP calculations. So the default here averages the high, low, and close, but there are many different options we can change right here. All right, so now we are once again back in TradingView. And first of all, in order to change the settings of the VWAP, we need to open up the VWAP indicator. So let me go up to the indicators tab in TradingView and simply search for VWAP right here. And now the very first setting you need to know about is how to change the anchor period. And we have already been talking about this earlier in the course, so I just want to show you guys super quickly how to do this. To do this, you go up here to the settings tab, and you want to make sure that you are on the inputs tab right here. And as you can see, the standard settings of the anchor period is session. This means that the VWAP starts on every single day. And this works if you are day trading, maybe using the 5-minute chart as I'm using right here. But if you are swing trading, you might want to reset it every month. For example, now you can see that it resets every month. And this doesn't really make a lot of sense if you're using 5-minute candles. But if you're using maybe 1-hour candles or even 4-hour candles, this setting makes much more sense. You can also actually use, and I think this is super useful, and this is built into TradingView. You can, for example, choose to anchor the VWAP on earnings. So now every time that the AMD has an earnings report, the VWAP will start from there. So for example, here you can see by looking at, let me show you. As you can see right here, it says an E, and in TradingView, this is actually pretty cool. You can see the latest earnings report and how AMD performed. But here you can see that now the VWAP will actually start the day the earnings report appeared. So it starts right there. And if we go back to the earlier earnings report, you can see here we have an earnings report, and now automatically the VWAP will start right there. So this is actually a very, interesting anchoring method you can use if you are a more long-term trader. But now the next way you can anchor is that you can go right here to forecasting and measurement tools, and you can click anchor VWAP right here. And now you can press anywhere on the chart and a new VWAP will appear from that point. But now let's quickly go back to the 5-minute chart, and I do want to change back the session, the anchor period to the session, and press OK. All right, so now let's take a look at setting number 2. And to change this setting, once again, we want to go up to the settings tab up here in the upper left corner, press right here. And now I do want to take a look at this setting right here called source. So the standard setting for the VWAP is to use the H plus L plus C divided by 3. And if this sounds complicated, don't worry. This simply means that you take the high, low, and close of the candles to calculate the VWAP. And this is the most common calculation. But here, if you are a trader that is used to looking at candle closes, you can actually choose close right here. And you will notice that the VWAP will change a little bit, because now the VWAP will base its calculations on only the closing prices of the candles instead of the high, low, and close. So this, if you're used to using candle closes, this can definitely be an option. And another option, this one I really like, this is when you take the open, high, low, and close. Because the high, low, close, it misses the open. So you can actually include also the open, high, low, and close to make the calculations, to include all the points of the candles in the calculations. But right, so setting number 3 here is to use the VWAP bands, or in other words, to use the VWAP standard deviations. And to find this setting is super simple. You go down here to band settings. And as you can see here, we have options here to enable multiple bands. The standard setting is to just have one band. And as you can see right here, when we have one band, we have one line above the VWAP and one line below. And around 68% of the price action will be within these bands, at least on average. But for many traders, it's actually useful to enable more bands. And to do this, we go up to the cogwheel, we go to the band settings, and here we can actually enable, band 2. We can also enable a third band if we want to. What I like to do here to make it a bit more clear is to change the colors. So the first band can be green, but let's make the other band, another color, maybe purple. And let's make the third band, maybe red here. So we can clearly see the different bands. And now you might wonder, what does these bands actually tell us? Now it looks a little bit complicated. Well, it's actually it's actually very simple. As you already know, within the first 2 bands, we will have around 68% of the price will be within these bands. But if we take a look at within the area of the, second bands right here, now in this area, this purple area right here, we will have around 95% of the price will be within this area. And here, last but definitely not least, we have band, 3 here on the top and on the bottom. And within this red area right here, pretty much all price action will be within this point. More than 99% of the time, the price will be within this area. And now you might of course wonder, how do we actually use these bands? How do we, trade using these bands? Well, these bands can be used to trade both pullbacks and reversals. And the first band here is often used for sort of frequent pullbacks. So this is a common level for the price to pull back. And as you can see, for example, right here, the price touched the band and we saw a little pullback. But the most important bands will often be band 2 and band 3. And the reason for this is that these bands are it's much more rare that the price will hit these levels. And when the price hit these levels, we can often see more extreme movements. So band 2 and 3 is mainly used for reversal trades. And here we can actually see, a pretty perfect example. So as you can see right here, the price opened, which started the VWAP, and we saw a sharp push to the upside. Then we saw a specific candle right here, just touching the upper second band of the VWAP. And touching the second band is a signal that we should look out for a potential reversal. But that is not our entry signal. Our entry signal is when we get some sort of price action confirmation. And in this case, we actually had a specific candlestick pattern known as a shooting star pattern, and that is a bearish candlestick pattern indicating a reversal to the downside. So here we both touched the upper second band, and we also had a bearish shooting star. So we had two bearish signals happening at the same time that indicated a potential short trade. And that is when we make money from the price going down. And here, another potential entry was further down here. You can see here, the price came down here, very, very close to the second band, but that is actually not enough to take the trade. But what we had here, and this is very important, if you look closely at these three candles together, we actually had a pretty much a morning star candlestick pattern. That is a specific candlestick pattern that indicates a reversal. And when we see that pattern together with the second band, it makes it more likely that this will actually lead to a movement to the upside. All right, so next I want to show you guys a setting that I think can be so helpful, especially if you are a beginner. Because one very common question I get when it comes to the VWAP is simply, where should I anchor the VWAP? You know, I'm swing trading. Should I anchor it every quarter? Should I start the VWAP at the beginning of every month? What should I do? And this can be a hard question to, obviously it is a hard question, because if it wasn't, I wouldn't get so many questions about it. But there is one setting that can help you solve this problem, and it can be so useful, especially for beginners. And this is not really a setting, it's actually pretty much a new indicator. And so now I have deleted the old VWAP, and to open up the new VWAP, we once again want to go up here to the indicators tab, and what you want to search for here is rolling VWAP, like that. The normal V is first, and then as you can see, as always, we have tons of rolling VWAPs created by the TradingView community, but you want to make sure to open this one that is created by TradingView, and it has an editor's pick reward. So you open up this indicator right here, and now you will see that only a line appears here on the chart. And this line right here is a VWAP that doesn't have a starting point. So you can see that this VWAP just goes on forever and forever, but it works the same way as a VWAP without resetting. But another thing you might notice is that, you know, where are the bands? Doesn't a VWAP have the bands above and below the line? And yes, the VWAP should have bands, but for some reason, in order to fix the bands on this indicator, we need to enable it ourselves. And to do that, we want to go to the settings tab right here. And then what we need to do here is that we actually need to change the multiplier of the bands. For some reason, they are not available on the standard settings. I don't know why. But the normal way is to have one standard deviation on band number 1, 2 standard deviations on band number 2, and 3 standard deviations on band number 3. And now, when we click OK, you will notice that this VWAP will be super similar to the normal VWAP. So if we search for the normal VWAP, the volume weighted average price, you should be able to see here. It's very hard to see, but you will see that the line will often follow each other very closely. They will follow each other very closely, but with slight differences. But now, if you have been really following along, you might now wonder, you know, but how does this work? Where does how many candles does TradingView use to make its VWAP calculations? And to answer this question, if we go up here to the settings tab, you can see that we need to look here where it says time period. And what I actually recommend here is to not check this button right here, because if you read what it says right here, by default, the indicator selects the rolling period for the rolling VWAP automatically based on the time frame. And this is actually what I highly recommend to do, because this will be pretty much equivalent to using the VWAP at the start of every session. So I highly recommend to not check this one unless you are a more advanced trader, because you can, if you press this one, you can choose the look back period on your own. So for example, you can choose exactly, you know, how many days, do you want 2 days, do you want 3 days, and so on, and how many hours. But as I said, if you want the cleanest version, especially for beginners, I recommend to have this one checked. And as for some other settings, you also have, for example, you can change the source. Remember, we talked about this earlier. You can use the close if you want to. You can use the open, high, low, close. But for now, I'm just going to keep it at the, the standard settings. But all right, guys, so now it's time to put everything we have learned in this course together into a step-by-step VWAP trading strategy. This video was just a very short clip from our full VWAP trading course right here on YouTube. To watch the full course, all you need to do is to click or tap on the screen right here.